running for my dad, who battled type 2 diabetes. Actually passed away 3 years ago, exactly today. And is, going through the experience, watching him, definitely an inspiration. Motivate me to do what's right for especially the people that we support up in the north.
My brother's name is Warren, and Warren was actually had his first year of college. So he was diagnosed relatively late for juvenile diabetes. So he was, I believe, 19 years old or 18 years old at the time. And one day he just couldn't get out of bed at his dorm and thought something was seriously wrong. And so it was a hard adjustment for him. You're in the prime of your life and suddenly, you're told that you have this serious health condition.
My ex-husband was diabetic, type 1, and he died in 2005. My son, 14-year-old son, came back from camp one year, really upset about his dad and everything. And I thought, well, hey, would you like to run a half marathon for Team Diabetes?
My father has type 1 diabetes. A cousin of mine is affected. He has type 2 as well. He's only in his 30s. So yeah, it's in my family.
I have a first cousin who passed away from complications from diabetes. She passed away just last month, and that was, I wish I could help her in a way, but I wish the association could help people like her in the future.
My mom actually is diabetic, and I've seen how her life has changed over the years, how her life is dictated by the disease on how she does a lot of things, just anything from watching what time she eats, just to making sure she has enough sleep, exercising properly, and I hope that I never get to that.
My dad suffers from type 2 diabetes as well. I've watched him a few years back. It's not easy. The lifestyle is completely changed. A lot of my close family members and friends are also suffering from the same devastating disease.
My dad passed away a couple of years ago, part of it was affiliated because of the diabetes. He didn't heal well enough, so he passed away.
La ricordiamo vincitrice del 2009, 2 ore e 28, particolarmente sconosciuta. L'anno passato 2 ore 25 e 10 e poi quest'anno sfereggiando il suo record 2 ore 24 e 13. Allora attenzione!
People often ask me why I run marathons, and often they'll ask me if I'm a diabetic. I don't have diabetes, but diabetes lives in my community, in my friends' homes, And also, it affects my family too, because my husband lives with type 2 diabetes. Honolulu was my first full marathon, and it wasn't going to be my last. You see, from the time I was 12 or 13, I was inspired by a movie that I've watched about a woman who qualified for the Boston Marathon, a simple person, a mother of 2 and a housewife. That night when I went to bed, I said to myself, one day I'm going to be like her. Now that dream was put on hold for a little while, but my dream of running a marathon, I never lost hope, because I often believe if you have hope behind your dream will come true. And that's exactly what happened. I applied to be part of Team Diabetes through the Northwest Company in 2006. And when I accepted the challenge, I thought to myself, what have I done? But I knew the reason why I was doing it. I want to make a positive difference in my community. And I continue to run marathons. Where there's a marathon to be completed, funds to be raised for diabetes, for sure I'll be crossing the finish line with all of you here, with great honor. You see, I believe in myself. But what brings me to these events is my sponsors and my community. They've believed in me. They didn't believe in me once. They've believed in me 3 times. And truly, I tell my kids, the students I work with, the grade 3s and the grade 6s, I tell them, no matter what you do, I believe in you. But you must believe in yourself also, because nothing is impossible if people believe in you. And I truly believe in the Northwest Company for selecting me, and what an honor it was to complete my marathon here amongst you people. And I was just honored, the joy that I felt, the honor that I felt. And I represent my hometown of La Loche and my community. When I was speaking to my husband yesterday, he said to me, so did you buy anything yourself from Rome? I said, no, Stephen, how could I? I have to bring back a little something for everybody that sponsored me. So quite often I go to these events, I don't buy myself anything. But I take home with me for every person that sponsored me, from the person who sponsored me $500 to the child who walked into my office and gave me $1. I'm sorry. You see, what happened was, when I started fundraising, I put up my pledge sheet. And I know it was close to Christmas, so I didn't get that many donations right off the bat. And I took my poster down after 6 weeks. I was sitting in my office and I was thinking, my goodness, how am I going to meet this deadline? A little girl knocked on my door and she said to me, Mrs. King, are you still fundraising for Rome? I said, I am. She said, Mrs. King, this $1 is for you. Oh. I'm sorry. I get emotional when I talk about it. Because a child believed in me. And that's why I do it. I believe in the kids that I work with, and those kids believe in me. And like I always say, believe in yourself. And the people who sponsor you believe in you. And what an honor it is for me to come back 3rd time around to participate with Team D. And I must truly say, what an honor it was that somebody in Winnipeg gave me an opportunity to run a marathon. And I'm still living my life dream. To all of you here who completed the marathon, congratulations. Even the ones who didn't complete the marathon, congratulations to you too. You've raised the funds for diabetes research. We all believe in a miracle. I truly believe that we as a team will one day find a cure for diabetes. That is my hope and my dream. Thank you.
The deepest and sincerest thanks really goes to you, each and every one of you, for what you've done, how you've been able to provide the funding to us that we know will make a difference in so many people's lives in so many different ways. That's so important. And you are a tremendous amount of people. It's an honor to be here with you, to have met most of you for the first time and some of you again. And I just thank you from the bottom of my heart on behalf of the 9 million Canadians with prediabetes and diabetes. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your stay, safe travel home, and God bless.
I ran the Rome Marathon for Laura Milner White.
I run for my mother and my oldest sister Lucy, who recently have been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes.
I'm running for my dad.
I'm running for my mom.
I run for my father.
I run for my father.
I run for my cousin Daniel.
I walk in memory of my dad.
I run for my uncle and my children.
I run for my mom.
I run for my kids.
I'm running for myself and for all the people out there who think that they can't do something.
I run for my own fitness, to inspire other people to try and stay fit and healthy, and to set and achieve goals.
I run for my kids, Danielle, Connor, and Drew.
I run for Warren Pickett, my brother.
I run for my husband, Stephen.
I run for better health and the elimination of heart disease and diabetes.
And I run for my husband, Doug.
I run for my brother.